you want to tell us about this project?
Yes, I'll tell you how it started.
Yep.
So I'm doing my Masters
Yep.
at National Art School, and I was doing some other complete project, which I might come back to. And I woke up in the middle of the night, as you do, with
Yes.
an image. And the image was of a human heart being stabbed, you know, being ripped apart. And I woke up the next morning and thought, where in the hell did that image come from? You know, but I absolutely had to get into the studio and start to make something in clay, a human heart. And the more I did it, the more I recognised that really I just felt this huge pressure every day as I read the paper or as I listened to news or saw TV, sort of sense of what is it that we're doing? You know, how is it that Australia, who's had this incredible history of, really since the Second World War, of accepting people, has got to this state where we're ignoring the fact that this is a global humanitarian crisis, and instead we're locking people up in effectively torture situations, making the harm that much worse in Nauru and Manus Island. And so I suddenly realised that's where the heart connection was. Sort of recognition that we all have hearts. And that then made me go and start thinking about the heart as an organ. You know, there's a visceral pumping, you know, it's a thriving, throbbing thing. And I went to the Sydney Museum of Anatomy and drew hearts for a day. Turns out that all of those hearts were actually slightly diseased hearts, so they were all slightly deformed. But I've been reassured since then that it's okay, my hearts are okay. And then I came back and I sort of streamlined those hearts, and I thought, okay, I'm going to make 1,468 hearts. At the time, in fact, it was 1,469, but the sort of subsequent deaths have
So
started
each heart represents
a person,
a real person.
yeah. It's very hard to actually get real figures. I've taken the official Department of Border Security's figures, but the other things that you read have a higher number of people. So anything from 70 children to 100 children, for instance, it's very unknown because of the whole way detention is now classified by the department. But I'm taking that as the minimal figure. And so I decided that that's what I was going to make in terracotta because I work in ceramics.
Do you want to show us one?
Sure. And in that process of doing that, I suddenly thought, I'm going to need help. And that led me to streamlining. How do you make a heart in 6 easy steps? Because hearts, while they're completely contained in our language and in every culture and every religion, it's very interesting that the image of the heart has disappeared in Western art. So what we ended up with in roughly, 200 years ago, is we ended up with the love heart, and that became more and more and more commodified and more linked to only the notion of love. Whereas in fact, across human history, hearts have been associated with conflicting emotions. So hearts are actually representative of hope, but they're also representative of despair. We talk about people having strong hearts and weak hearts, or the heart, of hate and the heart of love. They're never just a single notion about love. And by the 20th century, we suddenly moved into a way of commercialising the symbol, and so now it's ubiquitous wherever, I love New York or I love McDonald's or whatever. It's lost all meaning as an image. So I really wanted to go back to the human heart rather than the love heart.
It's interesting that it's a three-dimensional object we can hold.
Yeah,
because it's more than an image. It's an experience, isn't it?
It is. There is something wonderful about the tactility of actually holding an object as opposed to just seeing it.
Yes.